This is video 2 of Mendelian genetics, probability, pedigrees, and chi-squared statistics. This section will go over pedigrees, which is pages 143 through 144. All right, so we're going to do number 7. So I skipped the first one because it looked like most people did pretty well with that one. And you can use the same pattern if you didn't do well with that one to go back and to finish the other ones as well after this. So the following pedigree traces sickle cell disease through 4 generations of a family living in New York City. Use the pedigree to answer the following questions. So the first one, what is the genotype of the mother in the first generation? So females are circles and males are the squares. If it's colored in, that means they have the disease, so they're affected by the disease. And if it is not, then they are not affected. So this first one, the mom has the disease. So the only way you can have the disease is to be SS. What are the possible genotypes of the father? The father does not have it, so he is either A, or he is AS. And we don't know because none of his children have it. What can you say about the genotype of the children in the couple of the first generation? So these 3 children had to have gotten an A because they do not have the disease, but mom has 2 S's. So the only thing she could give them would be an S. So all of those children would be AS. They got the S from mom and the A from dad. Regarding the answer to question 7C, based on where the family resides, why would this genotype be considered a disadvantage? So it is an advantage to have this phenotype when there is an area that has a lot of malaria, but New York City, you don't see a lot of malaria. So it's not a benefit to have that sickle cell trait. And in low oxygen environments, these people would not have normal red blood cells. And so that would be a disadvantage to not have normal red blood cells in low oxygen environments. That's that one. What are the genotypes of the parents in the 3rd generation? So these are the parents. You know that because that line means that they're married. They have children that have 2 S's, which means they both had to have given those children an S. They also both are not affected. So to be not affected, they both have to have an A. What is the possible genotype or genotypes of the mother in the 2nd generation? So here's the 2nd generation. Here's the only one that could be a mother. She's coming in from another family. That mother would either be AS or AA because she does not have the disease. If the couple in the 3rd generation had another child, what are the chances of the child doing the following? So we know that they're both AS based off of that Punnett square, based off of the pedigree and the children. So having sickle cell disease would be 1/4, having the trait would be 1/2, and being homozygous for normal would be 1/4. Being resistant to malaria but not having the sickle cell disease, that would be if they had the trait, so that would again be 1/2. And so you do that same logic as you're going through each of these other pedigrees for pages 143 and 144.